Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions.
Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagama stands as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Apta Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the description, in the disciple of a particular lineage which is demonstrable to the world, and Pratyaksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagavan has beautifully given us the Pramanas to understand the deeper concept and deeper cognition, making us go through the beautiful superconscious mutation, the initiation that Bhagavan gives. The silence leading to deeper silence as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana for Ashtamaha Shakti. Ashtamaha Shakti is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.7678.
Superconsciousness. Again and again, Bhagavan says,
स्यात् परमासिद्धिर् अनिमादिगुणप्रदा वायुः सनचरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेत् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगलप्तीयूषमपि वर्धते.
beautifully, Bhagavan says, how
death is eaten by him. He is eaten by none. He manifests his highest powers, such as Ahima, Lahima, Mahima, Karima, all the Ashtama Shakti. The Vayu, the wind energy, moves equally throughout his body. The juice of his body also increases. The nectar exuding from the eternal lotus also increases in him. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the sutra to understand the Ashtamaha Shakti. The more and more we are in the materialistic world, what we are experiencing, we are constantly deluding ourselves into more pain, more incompletion. Bhagavan beautifully says how the incompletion is not touched by the pure consciousness, is not touched by the incompletions. How the sun is not touched by the clouds. The clouds is seen because of the sun only. In the dark night, we can't see the clouds. The very core we are, the consciousness which is manifested in us as reality, which is manifested into all these dimensions, all the experience that we are having. But constantly we are deluded into some identity that we are doing something. Bhagavan beautifully says how there is a swan up flying and there is a reflection of the swan in the water, who we are. But the swan reflection in the water is the body that we carry. And the waves that are happening in the water, we think that is us, and the water body is us. That is the incompletion and what we experience as our body and mind. And that is not us, but the pure consciousness, who we are, is the reflection itself as the consciousness. Who we are is Paramashiva. And again, going back and experience that as our reality instead of everything that we are running behind the outer world. And constantly what we are experiencing in the outer world and reaction to the outer world will never get out of the confusion and chaos. Bhagavan beautifully says, when you're in silence, what happens is completely, the mind does not understand silence. Silence is beyond the mind. So when you are very deep silence that you experience, simply detox your body detox into different layer and give you the ultimate experience of ultimate body. And more you are experiencing the deeper truth in you, you start understanding that consciousness is the very core who you are existing and what you're experiencing and what is manifested. Beautifully, the Nataraja, Abhishekam and Alankaram and the Arati. Today is the first day of the 6th Abhishekam that happens in the Nataraja temple, and that is so beautifully shown that Nataraja is nothing but our own in the inner space, the consciousness reflected in the gross body. Gross is the Chidambara. And beautifully Nandanar sings, "Oh mind, can't you see that your inner space, that is the reflection of you as Nataraja in the outer world, as Chidambara, as who you are as consciousness. Oh mind, can't you see this?" And that is the most beautiful space. When you are in that space, then he is eaten by none. And beautifully Nandanar or Manikavashkar just disappeared, went into the different dimension into Nataraja, and they just merged into Nataraja, understanding he is the formless of the form, and he is the form of the formless, that we are who we are in the core inside. And constantly remembering that Paramashiva, Nataraja, who we are, the core consciousness, Kala Bhairava, and understanding that there's the very space which is manifesting in our whole reality, that what we are watching. And we understand there is no death. Death only brings us to the understanding that what we understand as the materialistic world doesn't even exist. Then what are we doing the whole life? And constantly deluded into that, which doesn't give us anything better than more and more chaos and confusion. But more and more we understand he is eaten by none, we start falling into the place of consciousness, pure space of consciousness. Beyond mind, there exists a space, and that is real. That is more real than the delusion we are going through. And more we reside in the Chidambara space, the Nataraja, the Paramashiva space, we are able to see even this reality constantly, which is deluding, which subsides, and we experience the eternal bliss, manifesting not only the inner space, but also all the auspiciousness, abundance, and bliss in the outer world. Bhagavan has beautifully given the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, how Krishna became very heavy and he killed Trinavatkara. Beautifully, where his mother Yashoda was taking care of him, and he was taken away by this demon, and he is like a wind of the, like how tsunami, the wind of dust, and just took away him. But Krishna became heavier and heavier and heavier and caught his neck. He could not bear his weight. He fell down and he died. All these Krishna placed the Leela to show us all the Ashtama Shakti that is there in each one of us, which we can experience as reality. All that what Paramashiva is showing us again and again, the what we are is superconscious being. Because of 84 million species and 8 billion people, we are the chosen one to experience this power manifestation. Bhagavan says, do Anga Pradakshina to yourself and bless yourself that you are here to experience all the gift of KAILASA. And beautifully Bhagavan speaks on the powerful cognition. April 22nd being the date where the Hindu Holocaust happened, where they threw a shoe on Bhagwan. And same way how Paramashiva came down to fix the Vaiga river in Madurai, the king came and hit him with his stock, and every being experienced that. Like that, Bhagavan says, I have come down. Even if you throw a shoe, I will give you the materialization of Vibhuti and Kumkum in all your padukas. All padukas mandir are celebrating on that day. These great truths Bhagavan is giving us in spite of all the miseries that he is going through. He's showing that nothing is touching him. Even though the unconscious people are behaving all that in the outer world, he is in the space of oneness and radiating in each of us as reality. Bhagavan beautifully gives a powerful cognition here.
Sandal for Paduka Puja. So, sandal and Tirupati Laddu, both will come. It's already on the way. Yesterday itself he sent. It's happening. All the Akshada which disappeared, that is coming first. They are in the pipeline. So today, all the Padukas will have Vibhuti and Kumkum. Celebrating Paduka Puja Day. Welcome you all. And today is Singapore Center's inauguration. To all the satsangis, I am with you all. Here is the list of satsangis. All right, before that you can finish your aarti. I'll accept. Come on, today, as the Paduka Day, we should create some intense, really intense, not ordinary intense. Something should be done today to the presence by allowing the whole world to have that beating experience. This time, when this fool threw the shoe, I have decided to allow the whole world to experience my physical presence through this Vibhuti and Kumkum radiating from Padukas. Pandiyan Birambal aditta பொழுது பெரம்படியை உலகம் முழுவதும் உள்ள உயிர்கள் தாங்க வைத்து சாநித்தியம் உணர்த்தினோம் இந்த மூடனெறிந்த ஷூவினால். இப்பொழுதும் உலகம் முழுவதும் இந்த சாநித்தியத்தை உணர்த்துவதற்காக விபூதியும் குங்குமமும் பாதுகைகளிலிருந்து வெளிப்படும். Let us do service. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as, from that comes minuteness and rest of the powers, glorification of the body, and indestructibility of the bodily qualities. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, hence one gains the power of becoming as tiny as an atom, and all similar powers, also perfection of the body, which is no longer subject to the obstructions of the elements. Swami Sachidananda translates as, from that comes attainment of anima and other siddhis, bodily perfection, and non-obstruction of bodily functions by the influence of the elements. The 8 major siddhis alluded to here are anima to become very small, mahima to become very big, lahima very light, karima heavy, prapti to reach anywhere, pragamya to achieve all one's desire, Ishatva, ability to create anything, Vasitva, ability to command and control everything.
beautifully Bhagavan initiates us into the ultimate oneness. And you can see here the Shakshi Pramana, where Chaya Ma is saying how the weight is being changed. You can see the reading, how she has taken. Today we are going to play with the weight increase. You can weigh your body, you can weigh your an object. You can download in a cell phone the weighing app, and you can place a small apple or a coconut and you can weigh that also. The weighing scale, once you make it ready, we can weigh the object, or you have a kitchen weigh scale, or you have the weighing machine, the bathroom weighing scale, you can bring it and you can weigh your weight or somebody's weight. You're going to increase. Ashtamaha Shakti. Before that, we'll see one beautiful clipping on how Bhagwan's words as initiation, what happens in our system, and how the DNA structure is simply raised. The Kundalini energy, the mitochondria energy raises to 1300%, making us more and more auspiciousness, abundance, and this is clearly seen in the research.
Taking spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, scriptural study, and yoga, seeking the ultimate fulfillment in life, yet without achieving significant results. However, sudden change is possible. When an avatar appears who can awaken the Kundalini energy, miracles happen. The brain becomes activated, awakening new strands of DNA. Cellular energy in the body ignites to reverse the aging process. The body actualizes its birthright for total health, wellness, and creativity. See the scientific evidence that demonstrates the positive results of the inner awakening process. Incredible increases in cellular energy, dramatic improvements in psychological issues, profound healing in numerous health conditions like chronic pain, insomnia, and heart disease. Groundbreaking data, challenging the very foundation of modern scientific brain research. For the first time on the planet Earth, a living incarnation, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, is conducting an online program that will awaken the divine cosmic energy in thousands across the globe.
So beautiful how Bhagwan is initiating each one of us into the higher and higher science, and how we are manifesting this greater truth. Here you can see the Rudras, the youth, manifesting the power of Ashtamaha Shakti.
Pankadhavapyamajjanam Mahima vyapya cha sthanam Brihadendriyadadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, who'll be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nithyananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner, which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take this.
So that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasa Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
So beautiful. We can see how the power of just one chanting can raise you into the higher and higher consciousness. When we took the baseline for the balasans, even the baseline was in the gamma level. Outer world is struggling to be in that beautiful space with so many other output, but meditation, yoga, exercise and everything, even a baseline of balasans starts from 40 gamma hertz. And when we put the patch on the balasans and asked them to do a third eye reading, it went to 140, and even higher it went to some of them like 250 and all that. The person who was trying to analyze the whole thing, he said the machine can only do 200 and I understand only till that. This is beyond what we can perceive, and we have to understand what is the significance of that. And now all these power manifestation again and again raises you to the higher frequency of the deep gamma space, which is now scientifically they have found when you are in the gamma space, you attract all the abundance, auspiciousness and bliss in your life. And again rewiring your wiring, your brain starts having new wiring and firing in your brain. New connection starts happening. Your neuroplasticity starts happening in your brain. It starts manifesting the greater reality and higher reality for you. That is why Bhagavan says every day doing the power manifestation is a tapas, and it pokes hole in the self-doubt, self-denial and self-hatred. And again all the small exercise that we might be thinking, but collectively in the Kailash courtyard, in Bhagavan's presence, when we are manifesting powers, we experience this extraordinary space. Again and again, Paramashiva is real and Chidambara is real. How we can experience that in our reality. Now, all that we are going to do is stand on a weighing machine. If you have Jnananjan, you can apply the Jnananjan on your temple and your third eye, and make sure you're recording all this so that you can show or take a picture of your weight, and make sure you are standing on the weight or the object on the weight is measured at least twice, so that you know there is no way there some random object when you keep it and take the weight and you think, oh, by mistake I did not take the weight properly. The mind should not have any doubt. So make sure authentically couple of times or 3-4 times you take the weight to make sure what is the weight of the object. And once you've taken, put away everything, all that we need to do is only experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Deep Sahaja Samadhi that we experience more and more beyond that mind. What is that? And if we experience how we experience the deep sleep, the sleep just sucks us in and we start experiencing that where there is no input from the outer world. We stop the input, then we go into the deep sleep. Same way with the awareness, we are going to stop the input from the outer world by chanting the Mahavakya, being in the bhava, how we saw the Chidambara, Abhishekam, Alankaram and Arati, and Bhagavan's presence again and again, the satsang, the initiation that Bhagavan gives us, the deeper and deeper silence. Let the mind go on searching for the deeper silence. It will simply rest in the restful awareness, making us more and more blissful. Whatever we are going through, drop at Bhagavan's lotus feet and be very clear what is that we are going through in the outer world is just a projection in your dream. How in the dream, if you get a fracture, you won't run to the hospital, you will have complete completion. And Bhagavan says, essence of my completion is making the whole context irrelevant and redundant. And when we make the whole outer world irrelevant and redundant, how you go into the deep sleep, same way, consciously making it for a few minutes and going beyond your body, mind, gender, nationality, everything, who you are, into the space of oneness with Paramashiva, the silence, deeper silence, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi initiation that we just received, manifesting that as our very reality by chanting the Mahavakya continuously into the deeper and deeper silence will make us experience the power manifestation. Now for few minutes, let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely, deeply, in a deep compassion, gratitude space, and going deeper and deeper of silence. Let the mind go on searching for the silence, and let you start chanting the Mahavakya in a deep listening. See yourself with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands, being alive and going deeper into the silence. What is that you can experience for a few seconds and for a few minutes? And simply you will experience the ultimate truth, the ultimate bliss. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya with a deep listening.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Jnananda Paramashivoham. 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 Jnananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham,
Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Jnananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes and verify the detail. What is the weight increase that you see now? Whether the object, you feel the vibration, you feel the heat, you feel the Kundalini energy, whatever you are experiencing in your inner space, go ahead, share in the tinyurl.com, take a picture, make sure it is authentic, and then take a picture and share it in the tinyurl.com/power manifestation or your social media and tag it to your friends and family. Make sure you have hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana, hashtag Power Manifestation, hashtag KAILASA, hashtag Nithyananda. Again and again, why should I cause? The causing is the very core who you are. You cannot become enlightened by yourself. It is you merging into the ocean. That is the enlightenment experience. So more and more you understand everything is a reflection of you. Everything happens as your own reality. You are the creator of the whole thing. When you feel unified, when you feel that responsibility, that causing, that everything is yours, like how you eat a food and it becomes blood not just for your stomach or your mouth, for entire body, all you're sharing to the world again and again, you merge into the conscious space. You become the consciousness itself. That is why all the avatars come down, manifest, and then cause everybody's reality. So go on sharing this greater truth to the world again and again. Whatever you experience as powerful cognition, initiation, Bhagwan's blessing, whatever you experienced, go on sharing those beautiful detail into the social media again and again, experiencing the deep oneness in you and causing others to come for the satsang, experience the oneness, take the initiation, and be part of the Charya Pada every single day, which will raise you into more and more abundance, causing your reality and causing others' reality. So, with that, let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet, thanking Bhagwan for all the gifts of KAILASA that we are experiencing. Deep gratitude that we can experience oneness with Paramashiva. And thanking all of you again and again for being here and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, simple integrity, simple obedience, and sharing all this greater truth to the world. Thank you so much. And with this, let's come to the end of the session. Let's hold the powerful cognition. Paramashiva is real in thought, word, and action, seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva, as reality. And with that, let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line and bring Paramashiva to the third eye and chant the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. The next Kailash Kotiyar will be after the next satsang, darshan. See you in the next Kailash Kotiyar. Thank you, Nithyanandam.